Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspired and Empowered Living TV show and podcast. We are live Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern on talk4tv.com, w4wn.com, and my YouTube channel. So today we will be talking about mind over money. Emotional mastery for financial success. And today we're going to delve into the relationship between your emotions and your financial decisions. We'll explore our feelings, beliefs, subconscious, and how our subconscious mind shapes our behaviors from spending and saving to investing and budgeting. Learn how to break free from financial stress, cultivate a healthier money mindset, and simply gain a deeper understanding of your financial habits so that you can live an inspired and empowered life. Together, let's create a life you love. I'm your host, Nanci Deutsch, licensed clinical social worker, certified hypnotherapist, and intuitive breakthrough expert. And I combine my counseling, coaching, and intuitive abilities to transform your life. And the show is not a replacement for therapy, counseling, or financial advice. And it is for educational purposes only. So the first thing that I really want to support all of you in knowing is how intimately connected your emotions and your finances are, and your financial decisions and your finances. And I know that we have Allie in the house. I saw her. Good morning, Allie. And I'm on my phone. So Rebel, I'm going to need you to put people's info up there so that I can see it. And what happens is that so many of our decisions, our financial decisions, are based on the beliefs, the thoughts. So Country Corners Gazette says, how do all of these mix together? So I'm about to tell you. And hopefully, if you have any other questions based on what I say, I love answering your questions. So what happens is your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions around your finances are many of them. Now, some of them you may be consciously aware of, but many of them you don't even realize until perhaps after you've made a mistake financially or a financial decision that you may later regret. But these emotions, beliefs, and thoughts are really important for you to uncover what they are around your finances, around what you believe about money, what you believe about yourself and your own value. All of that is essential and crucial to understand. So I'm going to give you my quick Psych 101 for those of you who may just be tuning in. And for those of you who have heard this, hear it in a new way. Your conscious mind brought you here today. So thank you, conscious mind of yours. And your conscious mind empowers you to make healthy financial decisions. And we're going to talk more about what are the steps you need to make those healthy financial decisions from your conscious mind as we go through the show. Your subconscious mind, from the moment you were conceived to present time, and it also includes your ancestors. So your ancestors' beliefs and emotions and thoughts about money and finances could be affecting you. And then you have past lives, and your past lives could be affecting you. For example, I have worked with people where in one of their lifetimes, they had vows of poverty, and they couldn't understand why they weren't breaking free financially, and they had to clear their subconscious belief that was from a past life. And those emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, whether it's from this lifetime or from your ancestors or past lives, affect you a lot. And I see that we have another. Okay, so we have Charles. Let's see. How do all these past lives and family behaviors follow us in life? So what happens is that when you have a past life, and if there was trauma or issues around, let's say, money and finances, or it could be about anything. It could be about relationships, or it could be about how you believe about yourself, a life. I mean, feelings of unworthiness and not deserving very often can come not only from this lifetime, from other lifetimes as well. And what happens is when you have a lifetime where there's been issues and you end up dying, and then what happens is those energies, if they haven't been resolved, can show up in your energy field in this lifetime. And very often I see we have chakras, and our chakras are energy centers connected with the body, the mind, emotion, spirit. They're on an energetic level, but they affect us, and they affect us every day, every moment. And that energy from another lifetime could be part of the limitations that you're experiencing in this life. Then you have what I love to call the superconscious mind. And your superconscious mind is the part of you from the moment your superconscious mind is your higher self. It's this wise, unconditionally loving part of you. It's your soul. And it's also the universe, your angels and guides and beings of light and loved ones on the other side. So all of that is part of what is here to help us. But what's most important for you to know is that you will end up needing to clear the limiting beliefs from this lifetime, from your ancestors, and from past lives that keep you from healthy, financial, healthy conscious. And I'm being very clear that you want to come from a very conscious frame of mind when you are making financial decisions. And that is most important. Now, I also want you to know that your intuition, that part of you that is a gift from the divine, from the universe, and your intuition can guide you to make healthy or good financial decisions. However, and here's the caveat, however, that is also based on your subconscious beliefs. So if, for example, if you have a limiting belief that you're not worthy or deserving, and that's one of the real common ones that I find, and you may think consciously that you feel worthy and deserving. Why am I not creating lots of money? But underneath, you still have this feeling of not feeling worthy or deserving. And so what happens is that's what plays out in your life. And so you want to keep making more money or striving and doing better. Now, not to say that you don't go for it, but the more that you can clear those limiting beliefs and emotions that keep you feeling stuck and keep you from the manifestation of your financial desires, the more you will be able to free yourself and break free and allow yourself to thrive financially. So, and I was looking at some statistics, and there was a study at the University of Cambridge that found emotions play a crucial role in financial decision making. And if you have not cleared your subconscious patterns, then often it can lead to impulsive and irrational financial decisions. And then 60% of people admit to at least one major financial decision they later regretted to emotional influences. And I will also tell you, advertisers know this. And what they do is they play to your subconscious beliefs and emotions to get you to buy. Now, you know what? Sometimes it's a good thing for you, and sometimes you may regret it. So that's why learning to become more conscious of what's going on for you so that you can then make very clear, conscious decisions. And what happens, and we've talked about this in previous shows, is emotional intelligence. And if you want more information specifically on emotional intelligence and what that's all about, you can tune into prior shows on YouTube and the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, and of course on iHeartRadio. So your emotional intelligence will definitely help you to be able to create more abundance, to create more of financial freedom, what it is that you desire financially. And so being able to have more emotional intelligence will help you to then be able to make those conscious financial decisions. And now emotional intelligence, I will define as you are able to have your emotions in check. You're able to be functioning from a place where you're not making impulsive decisions or you're not doing dysfunctional things based on your emotions. Now, there was a client that I had. I'll call her Sally. And Sally really wanted to be able to function healthier financially. But what was happening was she was going deeper and deeper into debt because of her shopping addiction. And what happened was, as we started work together and Sally started to awaken and understand what that addictive energy around shopping was, what it was serving her. And just to let you know, your financial decisions from this lifetime are usually based on your childhood and how you grew up in your family. And then they go into your subconscious mind, and that's why it's important for you to uncover them. So Sally we started looking at her financial, what happened when she was growing up. And what happened was she grew up in poverty. Her parents were people who grew up during the Depression. And they were very, everything was really tight, and they didn't really spend a lot of money. And they also didn't make a lot of money. And so what happened for Sally is as she started making more money and started creating money, she started spending and she started shopping and it was serving that unconscious purpose of helping her to feel worthy and deserving because she had so much stuff and she could spend the money on it. But what happened was she started spending more than her money. And we have good JM in the house. Good morning, Jackie. And so what happened with Sally is as we started work together and she started becoming more conscious of why she was doing the shopping, and we worked on healing that addiction, she began to then be able to free herself from it and started making healthier financial decisions and started assessing whether this was something she really needed or she was reverting back to old patterns. And that is the power of what happens when you break free from your financial limitations and understand what's going on in your subconscious mind. Now, so another statistic I found is that 80% of individuals have subconscious money blocks that impact their financial success. 80%. And that stat may be even higher, because I know that 95%, according to statistics and research that I've discovered. I remember hearing this and I was like, what? 95% of your behaviors, thoughts, and emotions are unconscious. That means they're in your subconscious mind. So that means it is to your benefit to be able to uncover what's going on in that subconscious mind of yours. And this is saying 80%. So 80% of people have issues around their finances because of the subconscious beliefs and emotions that are in your subconscious. So it's really important to uncover those beliefs. Now, one of the things that are really important to learn to have emotional mastery over your finances is becoming more conscious. And one of those ways of becoming more conscious is becoming more mindful. So becoming more mindful means that you are breathing, you're aware, you're present, you're in present time. So being mindful means that you are present so that you can make those decisions from a very conscious place. Now, learning to become more mindful of your financial habits can really help you. I know people that, and Sally was one of the people. What she started doing was writing down every single expense. So what happened is every time she spent money on anything, it could have been a cup of coffee at Starbucks or any coffee place, Dunkin', or it could have been, going out to lunch. And what started happening was she started becoming more and more conscious of what she was spending her money on. And she made conscious decisions, like instead of going to a place to get coffee, she started making coffee in the morning for herself, and organic coffee too. And then instead of eating out all the time, she started making more food for herself. So she started realizing that she could actually save money rather than spend it. And what happened was she actually started a saving account for the first time in her life. And that's what happens when you become more mindful and conscious. And learning how to become mindful, what happens is you make decisions to delay gratification. You make, again, intuitive decisions that are going to be for your highest good. And you make those decisions based on the information that you have at the moment. And again, what needs to happen is the clearing needs to happen. But being able to make those conscious decisions, mindful decisions, can really change your life and your finances. And benefits. We're going to get to the benefits very shortly. What I want to share with you is I'm really excited. I am doing a masterclass, a free virtual masterclass this Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And this masterclass is it's called Undervalued to Unstoppable. 3 keys to charge what you are worth and thrive. And what you are going to learn in this masterclass is you're going to learn how to embrace your worth and how to be able to start charging more money for your services. And you'll also learn the mindset needed for abundance and success. And you'll also understand, I will get to that question very shortly, Anastasia, and you will also learn what steps that you can take to create more money in your life and more financial freedom. So the link is inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. And I look forward to seeing you there. So Anastasia asked a question. How do you know if it is mindful? So you know that you're being mindful when you're really conscious and present. And you know that you're conscious and present when you become aware of your surroundings and what's going on for you in present time. So learning to become mindful of your financial patterns is learning to be aware of what you're spending your money on. It's learning to be aware of how much do you deserve to get paid for what how much do you deserve to get paid for your work? It's becoming mindful brings into present awareness. And you're able to have present awareness. Like, for example, everybody with me right now, take a breath. And just notice your breath. Notice your breath. Take another deep breath. And notice your breath. And let go. And one more time, take another deep breath. And let go. So, as I was guiding you to the breath, were you able to focus on your breath in the moment? If the answer is you were able to be aware of your breath as we were doing it together, then you were mindful. You were mindful of your breath and in present time. Now, if you were having a hard time calming that mind down, look, the mind chatter, chat, 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 chat. You know the mind chatter, the monkey mind. I call it thinking mode. You're in thinking mode, and you can't stop thinking. And those 3 breaths didn't give you enough time to stop thinking. Then you weren't mindful. So those are a good example of when you're mindful and when you're not. Okay, so Mickey said, I was listening to what you were saying. Does that count? So, okay, so Mickey, let me ask you. Yes, listening to what I was saying means that you were mindful. Were you, when you were listening to what I was saying, were you feeling present? Or were you in between what I was saying, thinking of other things? So if you were present to what I was saying and you were listening, you were mindful. If you were hearing what I was saying, remember we distinguished between hearing and listening at another show. And yes, I feel like I am focused on the show. Okay, so Mickey, then you are present. Then you are present and you are in present time and you're conscious, you're aware, and you're mindful. So that is a good, if you're focused and you're focusing, then you are mindful. It's when you're in that talk, that you're in the past or the future. And as we're talking about finances, if you were busy worrying about how you were going to make it financially or looking at regrets about what you've spent your money on, you were not present. That your financial stuff got in the way. And I will tell you, majority of the population has financial stress and issues. You're not alone. And what I want you to know, and this is the most important thing I want you to know, because you deserve an inspired and empowered life, and you can create more financial money. You can create financial success. You can learn how to be free. And I see, hold the question, and you can change your life one breath, being more mindful, and learning what those financial issues are that are below your conscious awareness. Really important to learn what those limited beliefs and emotions so that you can clear them. Okay, so I know that we had another question. You can post the question. Country Corners Gazette. So is it a bad thing to have multi things on your mind at once? So I will answer it this way. When you have multiple things on your mind at once, there's a distraction. You're multitasking, so to speak, or multi-thinking. And what happens with that is that it keeps you from being really present with whatever's going on in the moment. So if you're busy thinking about your past and the regrets or worried about your future, how are you going to make an informed financial decision from a very conscious place? And also know part of making informed financial decisions is also having information, doing research, clearing your subconscious blocks. All of that is important. But if you're thinking about multiple things at the same time, you're not really present or focused to what is happening now. Is it a bad thing? Look, what I'm here to support all of you in doing, because many of you can multitask. But if you really want to be more present, more focused, more aware of what you're doing in the moment, stop multitasking and start focusing on the moment or what's going on in the moment. So it's not about it being bad. It's about you making choices. Do you want to become more mindful of what's going on in the present moment so that you can make more empowered decisions, whether those decisions are around finances or around your life or around your relationships? The more focused that you are, the more you can make those conscious decisions. So hopefully that answered the question. And what are the benefits? What are the benefits of emotional mastery? So what happens is as you start having more emotional mastery, you can start learning how to reduce your financial stress. Like, for example, like what I was talking about with Sally. She was so stressed out. She was so stressed out because she was watching herself go deeper into debt, and she had she had debtors calling her, and she was stressed to the max. But what happened was, as she started becoming more conscious of what her financial decisions were and why she was making those decisions that she was making, and then what happened was she began to consciously choose what to spend her money on, how much to put into her savings account. She became an empowered woman around her finances. And it totally changed her life. She was able to transform that. And so learning to manage your emotions around your finances really is a game changer for you and will help you create that inspired and empowered life. So what we're going to do, I'm getting the sense that we need to continue this because this is a big issue. So we will do part 2 next week. And part 2 of this. And so what I really want to support, you come with your questions, and start becoming aware over the course of the week. Like, what are you doing around your finances, around your money? What are your beliefs? What are you thinking? Bring it all next week. I want to hear more. So join me next week for more inspired and empowered living. And this Thursday night, 7:30 p.m., is a masterclass all about finances, or really charging what you're worth, from undervalued to unstoppable. 3 keys to charge what you're worth and thrive. So go to the link inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. One word, masterclass. Inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. And I look forward to seeing you there. And I am wishing you all. You remember, you can find the past shows on YouTube, podcasts on iHeart Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Apple, and Amazon. And I'm wishing you all an inspired and empowered day and an inspired and empowered week. Have a great one, everybody. Bye for now.